Oh, hi everyone, it's Lisa. What the hell?
I know, right?
There was a cyclist just coming down on our side of the road, on the wrong side of the road, coming down towards us. Straight. This is mad. This is Armley. Anyway, hi, it's Lisa. Wow. This is like the third time. We've literally just left the house, on our way to Bradford, and it's just full of nutters on the road, isn't it? Nut jobs. Anywho, I've got big hair today, as you can see. It's it looks like Cher. It looks like Cher in the Meatloaf video, Dead Ringer, which I've just had to go and Google because I forgot what it was called, even though I used to perform that on stage. But so yes, so I washed it last night and conditioned it and all that stuff. And normally I have to straighten it and dry it and comb it out and comb it straight and then get the straighteners on it and make it all sleek. But last night I just thought, no, I'm gonna just dry it in a turban towel thing, and this is what it goes like. So big hair. Yeah. Rock and roll and brew, rock and roll and brew. They don't mean a thing when I compare them next to you. Anyway, and so on. So we are on our way to our support group tonight, but sorry, I'm just chewing some gum. I did want to point out a few things, didn't we? Because you've done a load of cooking today.
Yeah, today.
Because it's cold, because it's winter, we actually do, normally it's later in the month than this, but it's gone really cold really early. So we've started now doing hot meals at our transgender support group. And basically, last week it was a soup, wasn't it? The week before that it was a soup. And this week, tell everybody what you've made.
We was going to do baked potatoes this week, but where we get the stuff from, they didn't have any surplus stuff this week. So we went into their warehouse, got some big catering pots of tomatoes, kidney beans, chickpeas, and what else did we have at home? We had there was a load of
that courgette.
The great big curling courgette. I had some of that left, so I chopped up some onions and stuff and carrots and bits at home. Made a chilli with it. So yeah. So
we've got a massive vat of chilli, which is enough to feed what, 25 people easily. 25 people, comfortable sized portions, and that is all on plan.
There must be no more than, I don't know, 5 or 6 squirts of the fry light in the bottom of it. That was it, just to sweat off the veggies and stuff. That was it. Yep,
and that's it. And that is for 25 people. So we are literally feeding people and feeding them hot, healthy, vegan, and if not vegan, vegetarian most every week. Most weeks it's vegan, Slimming World food.
I've done, was it 2 whole cups or big mugs of rice, so that's like that will probably feed about at least 10 12 people with the rice.
And we've got somebody who's coming to our group who should be picking up some bread about now, and picking them up from the storehouse. We've got to say a huge thank you to the storehouse in Bradford. We do give a donation, but we couldn't do a lot of this food over the winter without their support. Last year we relied on the Real Junk Food Project.
But there's been changes to that as well.
And that's all changed now, thanks to trading standards and idiots basically saying that food that was a day over its use by date thing is gone off. Well, I'm sorry, but we've been into...
They can't actually then...
They can't give it away.
Give it to people to give a donation, so you can't pay a donation for that food. They'd rather put it in the bin.
into bins, which is ridiculous because we all know if you go to the shop now and buy, I don't know, buy a banana for instance, that banana will have a use by date on, which is ridiculous. Or if you buy some carrots, they'll have a use by date on.
But I've said the bananas though, you can eat the bananas even when they're much riper. For example, we bring bananas and stuff with us. This one has got some brown marks on it, some spots on it, but you can eat it when it's, like I said, much more spotty than this. This is still, like I said, really firm, but you can actually eat this when it's gone mostly brown. You can still eat it.
Yeah, and the thing is, you just maybe, and even when they've gone slightly mushy, we've used them in banana brownies, haven't we? And we've used them in banana puddings and things. Obviously, you need to send that on Slimming World now because we all know about cooking
that's
fruit.
What we use them for though now, like when we do that for group or to save them going to waste, we'll try and use those and make it. You know, I've done like eggless brownies and stuff with doing vegan brownies and other stuff. and they've got quite a lot of banana in those ones.
But even like
they come out really nice.
Even the vegetables and stuff, you'll know if you go and buy a swede, it will have a sticker on it which says a use by date. If you've got that in the fridge and it's like 3 days after the use by date, it's still perfectly fine. A week later, it's just going slightly wrinkly, but it's still, you peel it and it's perfectly fine. And this is what really bugs me, because the Real Junk Food Project, when we were accessing their food, we were feeding 20-30 people a week on the Mondays easily, plus giving them,
they'd take a meal home with them as well.
Yeah,
so,
they had they had takeaway pots that they took food home in, and we did that every single week throughout winter, and it was all food. We always gave a good donation, didn't we? We'd put maybe a tenner in the pot or something, which for you know, an unfunded support group, that's a lot of money. But individually, that means that there are 20-25 people that are eating that night, that some of our community are unemployed, some of our community are underemployed. I don't know anybody who is trans who is in full-time, well-paid education employment. That's the fact. That's a fact. So everybody in our community at one time or another do experience various levels of hardship. But for us to be able to say to somebody that we know is skint, we can basically say things like, oh, well, look, there's you know, have some chilli because we've made it and it's going to go to waste. And then we can say, you know, oh, we've always cooked too much, so you can take some home if you want. Absolutely. And at the end of the night, those people that maybe feel that they don't want to ask for handouts or don't want to ask, we'll basically be saying to people things like, oh, go on, look, this is going to go in the bin.
It's going to go off if you don't take it home and eat it.
Because we can't use it because we're weighing in the morning. And it's a really handy thing of weighing in on Tuesday mornings, because it means that it means that people who otherwise might feel a bit uncomfortable asking feel that they don't have to ask, and that's a really important thing for us.
Plus, they haven't got to cook the next day; they can just pop it
bang it in the microwave.
In the fridge, whack it in the microwave.
Well, we've had people take it to work for lunch. We've had people take it home and have it the next day. We've had people, you know, that have taken stuff home for their families because the families are skint. And at the end of the day, we don't ask for a single donation.
Someone eats it and it's not being wasted. We don't mind.
No, we don't ask for a single donation. We make it very clear that all of this food, we give donations for it from the storehouse and from other places. We'll buy stuff if we're in the supermarket on a Friday or Saturday and we see stuff reduced that we know we can put into a soup or a chilli or a curry or something on Monday. We'll go and get stuff from there as well, don't we? And it's all stuff to save stuff going to waste, which is, for me, I think this country is slightly screwed when food that is perfectly edible is being fed to pigs.
I'm not being funny, but you get some of the really big supermarkets. There's certain times in the day of the stuff that has that use by or their sell by date for that day. They would rather 10 o'clock or so at night time throw it in the bin than knock everything right down to the last minute. There's not some of the stores won't knock the stuff right down to like 10p just to sell it so it doesn't go in the bin. They'd rather pay to have the food taken away and disposed of than give it to people that don't have no money.
And some of the worst offenders are some of the highest profile supermarkets, the likes of M&S and Waitrose. Last year we got those jacket potatoes. Tell them about the potatoes.
They looked like they should have still been in the shop. So,
but if it had been Asda, they still would have been.
They would have been, yeah.
For another 3 days.
Yeah.
Because M&S have a policy that their use by date is before the other supermarkets. So if it had been Asda or Sainsbury's or bloody Tesco's, they'd have still been in the shop. Sorry.
The Asda and Killing back near us don't often put their stuff down in price on that day. They don't mark it down that early. If anything, they would rather it still be, you know, maybe, I don't know, 70% cheaper than what the original price was at maybe like 6-7 o'clock at night. But if you go to Pudsey Asda in Leeds, they some of their stuff right sort of like 6-7 o'clock, they'll knock all their stuff down to 10p each.
Just to get rid
of it so that they don't have to pay someone to take it away after.
But it's really interesting that the Real Junk Food Project is based in Pudsey.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting that the nearest supermarket to them gets rid of all their waste rather than having the Real Junk Food Project monitoring how many kilos of waste they get from their supermarket. I find that really interesting. Not that I'm a conspiracy nut, but anyway.
One that's right near where we live would rather just throw it in the bin.
Yeah. But anyway, these jacket potatoes, M&S, and they were like
massive.
that.
They were like extra large.
They were the exactly. They were the potatoes that in M&S are £1 each. You know, the really big ones.
Massive ones.
And there was tray upon tray upon tray of them in the middle of the Real Junk Food project last year, and it looked like a small branch of M&S food.
It did.
It really did. Veg, broccoli. It was Christmas time, wasn't it? It was Christmas time.
Perfectly fine.
It wasn't on Christmas. It was like mid December.
I remember Christmas because we went there and we came away with 3 great big bags of Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, all sorts.
They were like extra large Brussels sprouts.
Yeah. But the thing is, we support people who are in need, and we support people by doing what we can.
And occasionally we would actually go in there, and because the food bank, they will give you stuff. Like I say, it's just all stuff that's not going to go off that quick. It's like all your tin sort of food, you know, maybe your cereals or long life milk and stuff like that, tea bags and all the sort of everyday stuff you use. But times we'd gone in the sort of pay as you feel sort of the warehouse, we'd go in there and we'd like come out with fresh produce and stuff that people just to top up their dry stuff, you know, the tin stuff. Because otherwise, like I say, if you don't know what to do with a tin of, you know, food, or don't know how to cook that well, what are you going to do with all that stuff?
Exactly, and also it just means that people were getting more fresh produce, which is really important. I mean, we all know that. All of us on Silly World know that. We all know the importance of added vegetables and fruit to our diet, and it shouldn't be. Price shouldn't be a barrier. Sorry, I've just realised how wobbly you're getting because we're in the car. Price shouldn't be a barrier, especially when people are throwing away this amount of food. It is disgusting. It is now the junk food projects have been hampered by trading standards. It's really, really, really sad. But anyway, on a positive note, we've got a massive vat of chilli for people at group. And we're going to have a little bit of that for tea. We've had the lasagna tonight, which I will edit tomorrow, and that will go up tomorrow. We've been really busy with group stuff today.
It was even nicer the next day.
Yeah, we've been really busy with group stuff today, so I've not been able to get that up online. But anyway, we're just getting into Bradford now, so we'll let you go. Hopefully this has been a bit of a rant, actually, isn't it? But hopefully this has been interesting, a little clue into our lives, about what we do, yeah. And about ways in which we try and support people who have very, very little. And some people that we support have come out of the care system, some people are in absolute dire straits. And we do our utmost to try and support them. And if you want to help, by the way, you can also hang on, there you go. If you do want to help support us, you can do. There are ways in which you can do that. Just get in touch and we can give you those details. Anyway, that's been it for us. Don't forget, we are doing the Q&A. We've not had that many, but we will do that tomorrow now. Because today's just been, we've had to do some paperwork stuff.
So if people hasn't, you know, if they haven't put any sort of questions and things you want to know on there, you can kind of add those before tomorrow. We'll kind of look at that and we'll get a list of questions and stuff to answer for tomorrow.
Our Instagram is beyondauthentic_SW. Our Facebook is beyondauthentic_SW, and you can even message us on Facebook directly by messaging m.me/beyondauthentic_SW. Remember all that? It's good, isn't it? And you can also leave comments under here, and we will pick those up as well. So anyway, that's all been done. It's getting quite dark now. It's about 6:30 in the evening. So we will love you and leave you until the next one. Hopefully you're enjoying Vlogtober. We're quite enjoying doing the filming. We're getting weighed in tomorrow. Wish us well for that. And we will see you all on tomorrow's weigh-in video. What do we always say? I've forgotten. Oh yeah, happy slimming.